Hello to an episode of, we have decided to call it Real Talk with Anita. So you get a double whammy this week because we've got a special occasion, and that is the energies. There's always energies moving around us in life. Okay, so life itself, the universe, if you buy into that, different energies. And this one is about the full moon in Scorpio. So if you relate to the full moons or astrology, this isn't about astrology and things like that. That's not what we do here. We do move energy, we do make those shifts, okay? If you're into that, great. If you're not into that, don't worry. You can still take these messages and use them. Okay, because these energies are available right now. Okay, so if you can just go with it, right, and utilize it, it's going to be amazing. So we are giving you a sacred geometry, soul design, activation reading on the general energies that are moving right now. And if you would like it to make it individual to you, you can get in touch as well. I will do a very mini little reading on a voice note, what is specific to your individual identity profile and how to utilize it. So if you've got a specific question or you just want a quick read, like what's moving for me, or can you any question, whether it's relationships, love, money, whatever it is. Now, this energy is all about relationships. Okay, that's a relationship with yourself, but particularly love, particularly romantic relationships. It is also about, and we feel into it, it's also about money. And the reason why it's about money is because love and money, believe it or not, come together. Okay, if you want success, that doesn't hurt. Okay, they come together in the energies that move in our life and the universe we're in as such. Okay, so if you can activate a grand love, then we can activate grand finance, okay? Wealth, they come together, and really we want them together, right? It kind of makes sense. It's logical. So even if you're not into all of this kind of stuff, then it is logical, all right? It's completely logical that if I'm having a freaking amazing love life, my purpose and my wealth is gonna be better. Otherwise, you just spend a lot of your time upset, frustrated, trying to figure stuff out, or just, you know how it is, right? You know how it is. So it's about that. It's also about sexuality and sensuality. So sex, sensuality, all of that energy, because it's Scorpio, if you know anything about that. And it is also about stepping into your power. There's a lot of power here, okay? It's pretty intense energy, so let me know if you've been feeling it. You can put it into the comments, okay? I'm looking at my notes here, so I'm just seeing what we're going to... I'm going to give you 5 things, all right? 5 things that you need to know, that you can activate, that you can use to create something you want right now. So number 1 is that secrets, okay? Or illusions. So secrets aren't always bad. They're just things we're not aware of. Will be revealed, will be exposed, okay? Either between you and you, where we lie to ourselves, and we do that without realizing, right? I'm guilty of that, we all are. And secrets and illusions maybe from others, okay? Or things that you realize what you thought was true is not true. All right, so see where you're identifying that, because it could be some good stuff to use in there, okay? So it's a powerful energetic portal, if you like, to create what you desire, or even better. So what this is bringing, it's bringing like an illumination, okay? We want to bring light to things. You want to see things. You want to see the truth, right? We want to cut the BS. We want to see the truth and use it, go get, take action, and have what we want happen, all right? So not just in the sky, right? But in our actual lives, all right? So maybe the secrets you've hidden, maybe the secrets others have hidden. Maybe it's just those illusions or misinterpretations or perceptions that are not correct, okay? About yourself, about others, okay? And there's actually a different truth in that. All right. It could just be conversations you've avoided. It could be truths that you've delayed speaking. Okay. So all of those may rise to the surface now. That's a good thing. All right. There's a very specific way on how to use that. All right. For your love life, for your money life, for your sexual sensuality life. Okay. And to come into your power. All right. So that's important. What else? Let me have a sip of water. So yes, this energy is shining a light on the dark, Okay, the dark things that we may not be able to see. Okay, that's in the subconscious, the unconscious, in ourselves, in others. So if there's something you've been suppressing, okay, guilt, regret, avoidance, it's likely to be revealed right now, or you have the opportunity to take a look at it. You've always got free will, obviously. We can avoid everything forever if we want to, right? I wouldn't advise it, okay? So you have two options at the moment. You can either face it with grace and your own truth, or wait for it to erupt chaotically, okay? So you can lead on it or wait for it to erupt chaotically, all right? And that's what's moving right now. So when you lead with honesty, first of all, between you and you, and if you're not sure what is honest about you, then it's in your individual profile, your individual signature, okay? That can be read for you, okay? You can always get a reading here. We give one complimentary, one time only, okay? And your signature, so you can get those honest truths, but only if you are ready to face them. There's no point getting this signature reading if you're like, oh yeah, I'm interested, or I'm just looking for a bit of an answer, or I'm curious. This is like, I really want to face it, okay? Because that is the truth, okay? So you can either face that truth, or it's going to erupt chaotically. Now, if it's erupting chaotically already, that's okay. We can use all of that, okay? You're never broken. You can use it all. It's all happening with a very grand design, okay? To get what you want in love, money, sexual, sensuality, and in your power, okay? All right. So when you lead with this kind of honesty with yourself, this is how you maintain, if you like, control and protect your true energy, your true identity. Sometimes we're controlling and protecting from our false identity, and that just keeps us stuck, okay? But when if you like, the universe does this, the truth often emerges in very disruptive ways. So we've been taught that, it's all flowers, but life isn't a walk in the park. I think we all know that. And so it can be very disruptive and in like unexpected ways. And it's okay if you're experiencing that. Identify it, use it, and then speak from your heart that this is what's happening here. Do I understand why it's happening and how to use it and to get what I want, okay, in those areas? Yes. So it moves soul to soul as well. We're all connected, okay? So what is being asked of you right now is some courageous vulnerability, okay? And that can bring deep peace, okay? A new sense of peace, joy, freedom. Now, some people say it will bring healing and forgiveness. In Liberate Me, we don't talk much about healing or forgiveness as such because these can be bypasses. We're interested in healing and not taking the action of what actually needs to happen, or we forgive on a surface level and we're not actually taking any real action, okay, to utilize things. So the second thing you need to know, there may be a surge of emotional and sexual energy. All right. This portal is stirring up some intense sexual energy, all right? And that can be either coming from who you're here to be, the truth of your identity, or who you're not, okay? And identifying that is really important right now, because if it is, it creates for you. If it's not, it doesn't create for you, all right? What you want, all right? So it depends how you're going to use it. So in relationships, sensuality and desire may rise unexpectedly, okay? So if you're in a partnership, this could reignite some passion or intimacy, or there's an opportunity to do that, okay? Or it could surface in old wounds and resentments, okay? So how you understand that, how you communicate, is going to determine whether that bond strengthens or fractures, okay? So, and if you're single and you're looking for connection, this may intensify as well. And that's not a bad thing, all right? It's really potent energy right now to attract a soulmate, to reignite love. We do have the grand love experience. You can see it in the link or the link below, wherever you're watching this, okay? That helps you activate this in a brand new way, okay? I'm not gonna go into that. You can take a look, right? But the important part here is to express your desires with courage to yourself to start with. Okay, plan something either very special for yourself or with your partner, all right? Or have them ignite that planning. There's a way to do that, right? This is about the masculine and feminine energies as well. Be playful, be bold, okay? A thoughtful gesture, okay? Candlelit dinner. And it could really be the beginning of something very beautiful. All right. Now, if this energy is channeled through frustration and unmet needs and what we call the false or the wounded masculine or feminine, okay, it can lead to arguments accusations, even breakups. Okay, so don't focus on what's missing for now. Focus on what you can create. Okay, focus on what you can create, even if it feels intense. You don't have to feel great to be with this and move through it. Okay, number 3 is that financial. All right, power and shifts are incoming. All right, so the sacred geometry union and this grand love experience that's in that link and the link below in Liberate Me is not just about love, because like we said, the two connect to each other. Okay, so the full moon, if you like, is ushering these shifts around money, around power, around career. There's a window in wealth here. There's unexpected windfalls. There's overdue payments arriving, promotions, or even surprise inheritance, whatever it may be, it's available, all right? So you may receive news about finances and sources you didn't anticipate, okay? Or something that you forgot about gets repaid, maybe like a lottery win, right? Something like that, it's available right now. Now, these things don't just happen just because these energies are moving. They require us to activate it in a certain way with our signature, with our individual profile signature, all right, in a very specific way. So like I say, if you want a quick individual reading, and I mean it would just be like a minute, so if you can ask a very precise question, I can do as many as possible that I can get to, and I can give you a message there. All right, so if you've been doing or activating and doing that inner work, you may see some external results now. Okay, if not, time to do the inner work. All right, activate these things. And yeah, and it's a powerful call right now to address your relationship with money, and whether it's coming from that force or wounded masculine or feminine. Okay, if you've been ignoring debt, and debt really isn't debt inside of your sacred geometry, it really is an angel investor in how we utilize it. So you want to change your relationship with that. If you're avoiding financial planning, okay, in a way that you're designed to do it, we're all designed to do it differently. There isn't one size that fits all. If you're trapped in scarcity, this is the moment to take responsibility. Okay, so write down some financial truths, acknowledge any fears, and set up your vision. Okay, commit to understanding money, learning about money management and different ways and creation, and the game, really, right? The gamification of money in the man-made world that we live in, and how you can play with that and have some fun with that. All right, so find mentors on that, right? And you really are your best mentor. You're your best one. It's activating within you. You really already know the answers, but sometimes we need that validation. Okay, we need that reading, we need that message, and you get it. Inside of here, you get the answer immediately. You don't have to figure anything out, okay, because it's all in your signature. So it really is about declaring your readiness, all right, for abundance. So declare your readiness for that. All right, and act like it. If you are someone that's ready for abundance, you can't just say, I'm ready for abundance, let it fall on my lap. That's not gonna happen, okay? You have to act like it. That means you take action. Okay, you do what you say you're gonna do. You report back on things that could turn into money, okay? You get back to that, you follow that, okay? You don't just leave it hanging because you wanna have a moan or complain about something, right? Leave that to one side and take action. All right, so number 4 is around what we call the force trait, okay, elements, okay, and the root wound elements channel. All right, and this is the ultimate work, the ultimate activation from the root. Okay, so this energy may bring up old traumas, old wounds, old pains, old heartbreaks, childhood trauma, heartbreak, betrayal, fear. Okay, things that you thought were buried, we don't want them buried because you're not broken, you don't need fixing, you want to activate the creation in them. So it can feel overwhelming right now, and this is a force trait element, okay? When it feels overwhelming, that's not who you are. You're not someone that feels overwhelmed, but you've got to feel overwhelmed to get the gift from it. Sorry, this cushion keeps falling on me. So it really is like a sacred destruction, okay? So you're not being punished, even though it may feel like that, okay? You're being invited to transcend and evolve what no longer belongs to you as an identity, okay? Now, many will say, go and walk outside, practice breath work, inhale deeply, how slowly, still your mind, utmost respect, witness your old memories. None of that is going to do anything other than bypass a moment, okay? You want to use it. Okay, so many will say, offload it, bypass it, breathe through it. You want to engage with it. So a lot of these ideas is don't engage with it, right? Just witness it, or breathe through it, or breath work through it, or meditate through it. So, but this is actually about those of you that want to take action on it and want to engage with it, okay? And so do react to it. It's not like don't react, you know, you're going to react. That's a human experience. Don't observe it like a movie, all right? Be with it, okay? To deepen that activation and create what you desire. All right. So we can't just, you know, write down our fears and burn it and things like this. So you don't want any symbolic releases or offloading it, bypassing it through meditation or breath work. You can do those things, nothing wrong with that, but you actually want to react to it, engage with it in a very specific way with your signature to get the result and the outcome. So number 5, closing off, is reclaiming your power. This is how you get that power, okay? You take what is not good, shit, right? And you alchemize it, if you like, transcend it into what you desire even better, all right? Very, very powerful. So that's that final message. It's time to reclaim your power, your true identity, okay? That takes action. It takes action, okay? It's that fear to power. It's taking your mess into gold, your pain into strength, your failure into, your failure into real preparation and real vision, okay? And seeing that every challenge you're having is actually like an initiation, not to meditate out of it, but to use it. So reclaim your power, all right? And you can't just surrender our false identity and reconnect with our real identity. It is an activation of transcendence, okay? So very specific things you have to do to be with that, because we can't just surrender, okay? It's a nice idea, nice feeling, you may have heard it, but actually to get into that part of you that is whole, that is infinite, that is already worthy, when you align with your individual profile signature, with your soul, okay? You activate this divine abundance. This doesn't just happen and isn't just like, you know, airy fairy words. It's things that we activate very specifically with your bespoke DNA. So you can stop chasing and you can start attracting, and you can increase your capacity to receive as well. Okay, so we don't want to do affirmations. We don't want to do, you know, I am abundant, I am ready. That, you know, that's not going to work. Okay, it's really about activating it very specifically. All right, so there is this energy portal, if you like, open. You can use it wisely, and there's a couple of things you can take advantage of. We have Sacred Geometry Union, which is all about love, relationships, connects to money, also the sexual sex and sexuality and sensuality and power. All right, and the other part of what we have is a little extra bonus that you can DM me or comment below. Just comment below yes, okay, or DM me yes. All right, and that means that you'll want a little mini reading bespoke to your signature, your design, because this is a generic reading and messages for everybody, okay? And I will get to as many as I can. If you can ask me a specific question, that's gonna be really helpful. So thanks guys for listening to Real Talk with Anita, Liberate Me, and I hope you've enjoyed this reading and it's been useful, and I shall see you soon.